Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 1985. I guess you could call this the first official YouTube war since the pre-orders have gone out, and I believe in the next few days, 85 will be on sale to the general public. So that means, since the pre-orders have arrived, that means we've got the 5x10 on the table. Every square inch of the big table is covered with the Global War 1985 map. Since the game that we're doing, we're calling Operation Fulda Gap, is Scenario 2, so it only plays on the western two-thirds of the map, so I got plenty of room over here for play aids, dice trays, custom Global War 85 money. Yep, all of it, in all its glory. Okay, I won't make this intro part of the first turn very long. Some of you, I'm sure most of you know. Some of you may be asking, what kind of a name is Fulda Gap? What is it? Well, the short version is the Fulda Gap. Let me zoom in a bit there. Is a relatively flat valley of farmland which runs from what had been the inter-German border between East and West, with through a kind of a gentle S-turn straight at Frankfurt, across central Germany. It was one of two natural highways, if you will, for the Warsaw Pact armies to advance west. The other was up in the northern German plain aimed at Hamburg. But Frankfurt was significant as a place to be defended and as an objective to be captured, because that was the center of the United States Army in Germany and Europe. U.S. Army Europe had its headquarters there. U.S. 7th Army, which was U.S. Army Germany, was headquartered there. One of the two primary formations during the Cold War, U.S. 5th Corps, was headquartered there. And the prime formation of 5th Corps, U.S. 3rd Armored Division, was also headquartered in Frankfurt. You also had there probably the largest NATO air base in Germany was at Frankfurt. Just down the road a short ways was Kaiserslautern, which was probably the largest logistics base for the U.S. Army in Germany. And just about 125 miles to the west of Frankfurt was the German capital of Bonn and the Rhine River. The strategists and planners at the time all feared that if the Soviets could punch through the front line quickly and cross the Rhine, that Germany was lost, and with it all of Western Europe. So the battle for Germany across the Fulda Gap was considered very, very high stakes. There endeth the history lesson. Okay, so Operation Fulda Gap. This is NATO turn 1.2. Let's get to it. The first thing we have is placement of rocket artillery. This is a new optional unit that we are going to try out in this YouTube war. We've decided the simplest way to do it the first time out here is for each player to be able to place 2 rocket artillery in any home country land zone that they choose. So NATO is placing theirs in Akershus and Denmark. Flak 88, if you remember from his turn, he placed his rocket artillery in East Germany and West Czechoslovakia. So there you go. The secret is revealed. Okay, now we go on to technology. For this opening turn, we are going to roll for advanced missile defense, long-range missiles, and advanced sonar. And it looks like we got 2 out of 3. AMD and long-range missiles. So AMD goes from stage 2 to stage 3. Long-range missiles goes from stage 2 also to stage 3. I'd say that's a nice start. Okay, next we go on to purchase of military aid. There's our dashboard and our build plate. I know you can see it better. Okay, we started with 8 IPP in the bank. We are spending 4 to build 1 mechanized infantry as military aid for northern Yugoslavia. If you remember from Flak 88's turn, the Warsaw Pact. Get the whole thing in shot. There we go. The Warsaw Pact random event for this game is Habsburg Tears, which is pretty much a civil war between northern and southern Yugoslavia. So, northern Yugoslavia. Okay, hang on. I got to figure out what I did, because I thought I pulled those off there. Actually, I know I did. Oh, I took them from the wrong place earlier. Never mind. Put those back up there. Sorry, little housekeeping on the fly. I had already taken the 2 gray chips off of the northern Yugoslavia mech so that I can just replace it with a green chip when I place units. So that was 4 to purchase the military aid, and I'm going to save the other 4 for a future turn. Okay, so that's purchase. There isn't going to be any combat this turn. I am not going to do a border attack against southern Yugoslavia, not at this time. So, and since NATO, as you know, is at DEFCON 5, NATO cannot go to war with anyone. So we are going to have 1 non-combat move. At DEFCON 5, NATO is permitted to move naval units from any one sea zone. So from M10 up here in the Black Sea, we are going to go 1, 2, 3 over here to join those ships with the Mediterranean fleet. So there's another destroyer, another frigate, and a diesel electric sub down there to join them. That's the end of non-combat. Place units. We don't have any units to place for ourselves. So we will get our green chip from the build plate and put it over here in northern Yugoslavia, giving us 4 mechs there. against his MBT fighter in Spag. All right, next we need to give the Croatians and Bosnians a recruitment roll. 4 is a miss. Okay, that's 4 that was spent from the build plate. Take that off. We're collecting income now. So we had saved 4. We collect 8. Which is going to give us a total of 12. That orange one on the bottom, you can see, is a 10. And then these kind of light blue ones are singles. So there's 12 in the bank for next turn. And I believe that's that. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.